Hi, and welcome to the Holland Crafter. I'm going to be doing a bonus little quick envelope stuffing. This is my first one I'm going to be doing, and I figured I had a little extra, so I was going to start before the new year to get a little jump on it and get some of these envelopes, getting some money in them before the holidays, and that'll also prevent me from overspending. So I'm going to be doing my stuff a little bit differently. I'm not going to be stuffing envelopes for things like rent and gas and utilities because they all come out automatically from my bank account. So it makes a lot more sense to just leave those in there. And I do have a list where I will account for stuff like that. So I do have my just a little brief because, like I said, I'm just starting this today and I'm starting it early for next year. So this is probably not going to be the official way that I'll be doing it. It might look a little messy, so I apologize for that. And please, 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 please excuse my nails. I've just been running around like a crazy person all week. Anyway, so I do have things written down, like, of course, my mortgage, my water, my Wi-Fi, my cell phone, all my subscriptions, things like Hulu, Netflix, etc. Gas, I'm just going to leave in there. It's just easier for me to just use my card. Everything is a bank card. I have no credit cards. I don't subscribe to any kind of credit cards, and I don't want them. And I bought a heat press machine, so I have 2 payments on that. So some of these things will come off. And I do actually have a credit in my electric account of about $650. So when you see that I'm not making payments to my electric bill, it's because I already have a credit in there. So my bills right now run right around $988 a month. Upwards of 1,000. Like I said, that will drop a little bit because when some of these miscellaneous payments drop, it's going to go down. So it's probably closer to like the 900 range. I do currently work 2 jobs. The one is full time, but it's been a little off and on lately because of some issues with my access. So it's like a partial paycheck right now. And then I also do some caregiving at nighttime. So I do technically have 2 jobs. So my income can be, between 3,000 and 4,000. So I really want to make sure that I'm utilizing it correctly. I don't really know where my money goes sometimes. I don't buy a lot of things, so I'm a little confused, but that's why I want to keep track of everything. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So that's just like my little list for now about what my monthly bills are going to be. And I did get a couple little binders. I really like these. I just wrote them in with markers. I'll probably decorate all these envelopes at some point. But I did get some cute, this is a little sunflower one, clear one. And then I had this other one. This one's a little bit stiffer, but it's, like a... So I did just write in my stuff there, but... we're going to kind of go through it from there and see how it goes. But I did make a list of what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be putting it. So let me make sure I pull up that proper page here. Okay, so I made my little kind of cheat sheet here that's just saying like what I'm putting in each envelope or each, let me make sure you can see that. Anyway, so I did go to the bank and I filled out all my papers so that I knew what denominations I was getting. So we're going ahead and count this. It should be $200. Just a small little stuffing today because, like I said, it's my first one. But so we're going to do 20, 40. I got 2 20s. 20, 40. And then we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So I had 110s. That's 140, 145, 150, 155, 160, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So I had 50 in 5s, and then I should have 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 200 total. I know it's a weird setup. I need to get a different setup as far as how I'm going to be doing this, but I'm going to slide these over here. Eventually I'll get like a tray and whatnot, but I just wanted to kind of get started. I was a little bit excited about getting everything started here, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start with this binder because it does have savings and miscellaneous things. Like I said, I'm not going to have any bills or any bill money in here or anything like that because I just don't see the point taking it out of my account to do that. And eventually I'll have inserts for all these that'll keep track. But I kind of like the fact of not knowing until I pull it to see how much is in there. So it's a little bit more exciting. But anyway, so I just wrote them in marker just now. I've alternated the zippers to make it easier once it starts filling up, hopefully. I'm excited about that. But anyway, so we're going to get started. So I've got savings. So for savings, I have $10 that I'm going to be putting in here. And these are kind of awkward right now because they're new. So bear with me just a moment. I do apologize if it seems I'm going a little slow, but I want to make sure I get everything in here. Savings. Okay, so I have emergency funds. Emergency is going to get, so savings got 10. Emergency is going to get 10. Like I said, I'm just starting. So I just wanted to get something in all of these envelopes basically before the end of the year. And I might do another cash stuffing before the end of the year, maybe next week when I get paid again from my other job and see how that goes. Car maintenance, I'm actually going to put 15. I do have an older vehicle. My car is, it's a 2006, and granted it is a Subi, and Subarus run fantastic, but you never know. It's getting a little bit older, so we're going to really start trying to make sure we save money in that car maintenance file there because I don't want to get stuck. My poor daughter just kind of lost her car this week. It went kaput. I think she blew a head gasket, and so she's having to deal with that, and I feel terrible for her, you know, right at the holidays having to deal with that, but it does pay to have some kind of savings put aside. Anyway, so I have pet care. I do have 3 dogs and 2 cats, and I want to make sure that any kind of vet bill that could come up, they are getting up in age, between 8 and 12 years old, so I want to make sure I get them covered just in case. Medical, I'm going to be putting in $10, and that's just basically in case something crops up. Because I do have really good insurance, and I have a health spending account that my job matched. So I actually get $1,000 in that spending account that will drop January 1st. So I really have enough to cover me and doctor copays and prescriptions and any necessities I may need. But I do want a little extra just in case. Okay. So now's the fun part here a little bit. So I have 5 grandchildren ranging in age from almost 7 months to 6 years old. And I'm going to do an envelope for each of them. And I want to make sure that every time I get 100 in one of these envelopes, it's going to go into their bank accounts. My brother did open bank accounts for them last Christmas, and he's been putting money in for all their birthdays. And I want to make sure that I do the same. So I'm doing this. I'm going to try to do... My goal is to do $5 per kid per pay period. So that would be $20 per child per month. So that's $100 a month going to my grandchildren. But I really want to do that for them. So I'm just going to show you. This is their little nicknames I have for them. So this is the oldest. This is Nugget. And this is the other one. Second born, Bean. And this is the firstborn of the boys, Lil Buddha. Second born boy, Peanut. Last one, who's the little baby, and he's Bird. So we're going to put $5 in each one of those envelopes. So bear with me while I go ahead and get that done. And I don't know if you can hear music in the background. I do not own the rights for that. So if anything comes across that I should maybe get in trouble for, I do apologize for that. But I'm just going to go ahead and stuff the grandchildren's envelopes here. They're going to get $5 each in there. But... so how is everyone? This is a fairly new channel for me. I've had other channels that I just they fell by the wayside. And I'm really starting to get back into TikTok and YouTube and doing some of my online social media platforms. And I'm really excited. I've learned a lot from watching people on YouTube and watching all the people that do the cash stuffings, and the prep work. And I also do like some pantry preps. I want to make sure that I'm covered and I have food for my family. I know that they have food in their homes. My brother's not very good at stockpiling anything. He'd be lucky if he has a couple cans of tuna in his house. So he's the kind of person that goes out a couple times a week to go shopping just to get out of the house. So he doesn't stockpile. So I make sure I have plenty enough food for everybody. But anyway, so that's the first binder. I went ahead and got all those done. And I'm going to move on to this other one. Some of these are like challenge binders. Let's see here what I got. I'm going to be probably adding another binder because I feel like I could do another one. There's a few areas that I feel like I missed out a little bit. And I want to definitely either add more envelopes, which I don't think I'll do that because this is too much. But maybe add another binder and definitely go from there as far as more challenges, and maybe order some things off Etsy that are more fun, or some, downloadable or printables I think would be exciting to do. But anyway, so this one says $5 challenge. So I'm going to try to put a $5 in here every pay period. That's my goal. But I'm going to definitely try that. So here we go with the first one. That's the $5, and this is the $10 challenge. So of course I'm going to put a $10 bill in there. To get me started. This is my vacation fund. I do have a couple vacations coming up. I'm going to Florida twice next year. Once in February for my best friend's, her daughter's wedding. And then I'm going back again in April to see Wicked with my sister at the Kravis Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. I lived in Florida. I moved to Tennessee 8 years ago, and I lived in Florida prior to where I'm living now. I'm not from Florida, but I was there for 25 years. And I really missed the theater. I missed going to the shows with my sister and my friends. So she has tickets for Wicked, and I have been wanting to see that for the longest time. I love the theater. So I'm going down for that. So I will be going twice. So I'm just going to have a little extra here. I just feel like you can never have enough when you're on vacation. But so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put $10 in there for my vacation just to get it started. I may eventually bump that up every week, but we'll see how it goes. Household is also going to get 10. I hope I don't run out of 10s. I think I might have done, my calculations might be a little bit off, but household could be anything for extra supplies, or if something breaks, or if I need to replace my kettle, or the microwave goes bad or something. I don't know. That's just like household type things or emergencies that I may need to take care of. So I have one for self-care. I'm not very good at self-care, as you can see, because my nails are horrible right now. These are my nails. They're just the nail polish chipped. So I'm going to try to do my best to do a little bit more as far as self-care goes. What that's going to entail, I don't know. Self-care may eventually get rolled over into things when I'm on vacation. Me and my sister like to go to the Salt Cave or something like that. I've never had a massage, so maybe I'll save up for that, and I'll do that in self-care. So I am going to Scotland next year. So I did grow up in Scotland. And I've been gone for a while, but I did visit back in 2018. I was supposed to go in 2020, but of course the pandemic canceled every single thing that we had planned. So we are going next year, end of September, beginning of October. So I'm going to save up my funds there. What I typically do when I go to Scotland is every time I get paid, I'll pay a little something. I'll pay off the house that we're renting. I'll pay towards an event or some tickets that we want to go to. So that way when I get there, all I have to do is basically just have spending money. But I'm going to put $20 in that, and I'll decide how I'm going to be using that when I'm there, or if I'll use it prior. And I apologize. I say the word a lot. Oh, it's terrible. I got to stop doing that. But so I did it again. Anyway. Okay, so this is for Christmas for next year. Christmas is, obviously going to be here in a few days, so I don't really have to worry about that, although I do have a few things to buy. But this is going to be building on next year's Christmas fund. for family and essentials, but I'm just gonna put $5 in there just so the envelope's not empty. But that's for Christmas. For birthdays, I'm gonna go ahead and just pop $5 in there just now, again, just to get this started, because I don't want to be left without something in any envelope here. But with 5 grandchildren, I have a sister and a brother, and I have 2 children, so birthdays come up quite frequently, as you can imagine. So let's see, debt payback. Okay, so I did have to borrow a little money from my brother when I was out on some short-term disability over the summer, and they did pay me back some, and some they took back from me. So it was kind of a little bit of a hot mess. But so I did borrow a little bit of money from him. I had paid back some already, but I'm just gonna pop some extra money in this envelope every paycheck, and at the end of each month, I'll just give him whatever's in here towards what I owe him. I mean, I only owe $1,000, which I know sounds like a lot, and I'm very grateful that he helped me out, but I do want to make sure I get him paid back as soon as I can. So I'll go ahead and shove that in there. And then I'm going to do a $20 challenge. I mean, if I could put a $20 in this envelope alone every pay period, it's $80 a month, y'all. That's great. Plus, I've got my $10 and $5 challenges going. I may do a jar. Well, I will do a jar. I just don't have one right now. But I'm going to do a jar with coins, of course, and then I'm going to do a jar and just shove $1 bills in there. So I'm not going to stuff $1 in here because I feel like you could fill up this whole thing very quickly with $1 before you know it. So I want to make sure that I don't overstuff these. So I think $1 bills would be a little bit too much to put in here. Anyway. So I got left with 10 ones, which of course I could stuff into that $1 jar. I don't have the jar readily available in front of me at this time, but so I think I'm going to just add this someplace. So let's see. I'm going to take $4 and I'm going to put it into the envelope for actually $5. I'm going to put an extra $5, so that'll make 15. I'm going to put that in the debt folder envelope here for my brother. So I'm just going to add a little extra in there. The quicker I can pay him off, the better I'll feel, because I don't want him to have to wait too long for his money. So that's that. So I've gone ahead and got that one filled in. I think what I'll do is, bear with me just a moment, because this is very stiff, this binder. But I'm going to put an extra $1 on each of the grandkids. I really do want to start a folder or a envelope for back to school for them, because there is 5 of them, and 2 of them are actually in school. One's in preschool, one's in kindergarten at regular school, and then my grandson is also in preschool. And his little brothers are, you know, they still have a few years before they go. But they're going to need, so that's 3 of them that are going to need, you know, school supplies or clothing or whatever they need for school. So I'm going to make sure that I put a little extra in for them so that right before school starts, I can take them shopping and we can go pick out some stuff that they might like. So I'll go ahead and give them an extra $1 right here, right now. I just feel good about being able to start this a little bit early. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to do another cash stuffing next week when I get paid again. I think that would make me happy to just put a little extra in there for everything that I need. And like I said, I think I'm going to have another binder, at least one more, right? I've seen some people that have like 10, and I'm in awe of everything that they do, but I'm definitely going to be adding at least one more binder so that I can add more stuff and I can do more categories, whatnot, and do some more savings. I need to know where my money's going every month and be smart and responsible. I'm 52 and I don't want to work for the rest of my life. Or at least I don't want to work until the day I die, which, you know, obviously so many people have to do. And, you know, we got to do what we got to do. But I've been very impressed and very encouraged with all the people that do the videos on YouTube. And I'm just wanted to say thank you to everyone that puts everything out there of what they're doing. It gives a lot of really good information and encouragement and ideas of, you know, what to do here. And sorry, my little light went out. It's a little dark here. I'm sitting in my office right now in my bedroom. But, so that's it. I've got my 2 here. Like my little tree. My sister gave that to me a couple years ago. She gave one to my daughter and my daughter-in-law too. It's really to hang on the tree, but I like to keep it where I can see it all the time. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming to the first cash stuffing that I've done. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any tips or tricks or ideas, I would love if you could post those in the comment. Any encouragement is greatly appreciated. And I would love if you would subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I upload my next video. And subscribe if you would like to. That would be awesome. My name is The Holland Crafter, so I do a little bit of everything. Obviously, I'll be doing cash stuffings, but I do crafting. I like to make things. I do glass window, like art. You know, it's kind of like stained glass, but I grout it instead. But it is stained glass still. So I like to do things like that. I just bought a heat press machine, so I've been having fun trying to figure all that out and making clothing and t-shirts and hats and stuff for family and friends. And I also do prep work. You know, I prep pantry and working towards the homestead that we're hoping to move into in the next few months. So fingers crossed on that. That's another envelope I need to add. But anyway, so just want to wish everyone a happy holiday. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. Last night was winter solstice, so we did a Yule celebration last night with some friends. That was fantastic. Happy Hanukkah to all those who celebrate as well. What is it? Tonight is day 5, night 5. So happy Hanukkah to you all there too. And happy Kwanzaa. There's a lot of holidays that are celebrated at this time, and I just want to wish you all much blessings and happiness and peace and health and prosperity in the new year. And I will be back next week, and then I'll do another one of these. So thank you again, and my name is Heather, and I will talk to you soon. Take care of each other, and remember, be kind. Thank you. Bye-bye.